Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you have read in the headlines there, today I'll be talking about how I was mistreated when I was back in Saudi Arabia. Okay, I'm not trying to discourage anyone who is going there, but I wanna say just my story. So welcome to my channel. Consider subscribing, like and share. If you have any question, let's engage down there in the comment section. So let me take you back to where my story started. Yeah. The whole idea about Saudi Arabia came this way. Yeah? After graduating from school, I came to Nairobi. Okay, I've started from first so that you can understand the reason as to why I went there, and then I'll explain to you through all the way I used to feed the snake, the way I used to even at some point sleep with the snake back in Saudi Arabia. So before you go to Saudi Arabia, just be prayerful. Yeah, I'm not trying to say that everywhere in Saudi Arabia you'll be mistreated, because others come out with different stories that they have never been mistreated, but as for me, it was totally horrible. So after graduating from campus, I came to Nairobi to look for employment. After seeking employment for some months, at least I got a job at the hotel. The hotel was called Glito's Fries. Yeah, it is somewhere in town, that the street of Ronald Ngala, around there. So during my working days, you usually see if you go to the hotel and you give the customer a good service, at least he or she can tip you. And so there was this consistent customer who used to come to that hotel, and because of I don't know if I have a good heart, but according to him, he told me that I had a very good heart, and I was very humble by then. So he used to give me some tips. Yeah, and then from that time we developed a connection, like a friendship connection. Yeah, so after that, after a period of 2 months of knowing each other well, he was a good man. Yeah? He was a married man. Yeah. So he asked me, like, if I can be interested to go to a different country to work there. And I told him, like, because I need money, and because money is the reason as to why I came to Nairobi, I won't hesitate to go to that country. And so he told me that the country is Saudi Arabia, and he has a friend who is working with a certain agencies, and is going to talk to him so that they can give me a connection. So after being connected, definitely coming from a very humble background, I went home and I explained everything to my parents, and they came into terms with the idea. So when the time of going to Saudi Arabia reached, you all know that since you come from a Christian background, even them that doesn't come from Christian background, the first thing that most people consider before traveling or before taking another path, everyone usually likes to involve God. Yeah, so we prayed. We asked God, like, may he lead me to a better place. After prayers and that, I went to Saudi Arabia. I was received well, and during the first week Okay, the madam for that place, like, she treated me very well, but on the other side, like, there was sort of weirdness, yeah. And so unasikianga hii point yenye nasema like, hey, damu yangu ilianza kufeel vibaya. So after a week I was just doing the cooking. She taught me how to cook some different foods, nini nini, because I was not good. I was very green, yeah. I didn't know to cook a lot of stuffs, and because of that, after like sometimes she called me, yeah. They were the people who have money, ni watu wenye wako na do, yeah. So she called me, and because his husband used to work, like he used to come occasionally, that madam called me and she told me like because she saw that I was doing a good work, she wants to give me some sort of promotion, yeah. So after that I was like, oh God, you've answered my prayer. Like, okay, who doesn't want promotions? Nani hataki kupromotiwa? Sisi wote tunataka kupromotiwa. I was very happy and I was like, God, you've answered my prayer. You know, I was really thankful. I started to thank God in my heart. Like, before she told me what promotion was, yeah, I was really thankful. Na like ile tu kwa roho, sinyi mnaelewa, unaanza kuambia God, hey God, you've done it for me. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, disclaimer. I've already told you a disclaimer. I'm not telling my story so that I can discourage anyone from going to any country, yeah. Your stories may be different. So she started to explain to me this the kind of promotion that she wants to give me. And guess what, my people? I was really shocked, yeah. She told me like she has a special guest in the house, yeah. And because she has seen like nimekuwa nikifanya kazi yangu vizuri, like specifically my work was to cook and maybe to do some cleaning, yeah. But there was another nanny for taking care of the kids, because she only had 2 kids. One was 12 and the other one was 7. So regarding to the kids, that was not my work. She decided to disclose the special guest. Who was the special guest? Okay, in my heart I was thinking like, huyu special guest atakuwa nani? I was like, hey, maybe inaweza kuwa like their grandmother, because I used to hear like kuna watu wanatoka huku Kenya wanaenda kuosha maybe hawa watu wamezeeka wenye like they are not capable of washing themselves, like you wash them, you change them. Okay, that was in my mind, yeah. So she told me like that guest is very special to them, like nani guest mwenye like ako kwa roho yao. I hope mnanielewa. And so I was like, who is this guest? And then on addition to that, she told me like this guest, and if at all nitamistreat you guest, bwana yake atadeal na mimi, sawa? And I was like, hapo ndo nikaanza kushtuka, kwani you guest ni nani? Yeah. The first instruction, before even she took me to the guest, she told me ni ensure guest amekula on time, sawa? Guest amekula on time. Aya, guest ako pali pasafi, like the environment room ya guest iko sawa. Okay, kwa mind yangu sasa nikaanza kusema huyu sasa maybe ni mama ama baba ya mzee. Okay, so after that she told me to ensure that the guest has eaten on time, the guest is in the right environment, and the guest is like hana stress, unaona. And I was like, okay, I was very obedient because ninataka kazi. Okay, I hope mnanielewa. Saa zile senye unataka kazi, if at all umekuwa ukitamak for a longer period of time, hauna job, you'll understand me, you'll feel me, yeah? So she told me like to get ready to go to see the guest. I was very excited, but I had mixed reactions. Like I'm excited and I'm like, unaona hizo damu inakataa and then damu inakubali. So I didn't know exactly what was happening, and I was like, God, if it is your will, let it be. So we went to that special room for that special guest. When we reached there, damu yangu ikakataa. When we reached at the doorstep, okay, they usually have they used to have a big mansion, yeah, and it has a lot of rooms inside. So there was this room in the corner, in a certain corner, room, yeah, that special guest. We went. When we reached at the door, the woman told me like hatufai kuingia na viatu. So tukatoa viatu. Kutoa viatu, kuingia ndani kulikuwa na slippers za kuvaa ndo uingie huko ndani. We skipped tukapita one room and then to the next room, that is the room for that guest. And guess what? Before we opened that special room for that special guest, that woman looked at me and she told me nisijaribu kumisbehave, yeah, na nisijaribu kunene kureact vibaya because everything will turn on my side, yeah. And I was like, kwani what is happening, you know? And I was like, let me do this because I want money and I want promotion, let me do this. On the other side nikajiuliza, kwani hii promotion imekuja haraka? And I was like, okay, let me just do it. When we got inside, guess what? I saw something in the corner. Something imejicoil. Oh my God. Unaona, like I was really tensed. Like, oh my goodness. I told God, I don't want this. But then, unataka kazi na utaki. So, when we reached there, I felt like screaming. But the woman cautioned me, do not scream, do not misbehave. So, when we reached there, that snake, like, ikaanza kujipeleka hivi. Like, sijui kama ni shindano wanazidungia ama ni nini. Imetulia tu. Ikatoka, ikaenda kwa kona. Na nikasafi. It was a very clean snake, yeah? Even you'll think that it is a toy, but it is not a toy. It is not. So, considering the fact that the woman told me that it is a special guest to them and it holds a very special place in her hubby's heart, I started feeling a lot of things. And so she told me like she needed my answer if I'm ready to work or not, yeah? And then I told her like I will work, yeah? Remember, I was very desperate. So after that she told me like akanionyesha kulikuwa na ufagio and then kulikuwa na kai sijui kama ni tupuputwa hiyo tusine kama ni nini, but ni tusafi. The room itself is very clean, yeah? And then kona fulani kulikuwa na kitu kama mattress, yeah? Pali penye I think that snake usually sleeps there. Alafu kuna something like kamkojo. I don't know. Okay, since there was no one who was sleeping in that house, maybe ni mkojo wa nyoka ama nini, but ni kadogo tu. So the woman told me like I will be ensuring that in case that snake kuna kamaji hapo kwa hiyo mattress, I ensure that it is dry, the place is clean, and the snake has eaten on time. Yeah, the snake's name was Tugi. So after that we went back, and before we closed the door, that snake crawled slowly back to the corner that it was. And I asked myself, why did it do that? Like, what was happening? Because everything was not adding up. And I was like, I told myself, maybe it's scared of me. Inasemekananga like damu ya Mkristo na hizi vitu zingine kama ziko na roho chafu, like you won't get into terms with each other. So after that we closed the door and we went. That woman took me to another store. She showed me food. Akanionyesha chakula fulani zilikuwa kwa packet. So hizo ndo chakula nilikuwa nafaa kupikia hiyo nyoka. So nilikuwa naipatia chakula every time nikiamka asubuhi, naipatia. Kulikuwa na kauji special uji, na hiyo uji by the way niliangalia vizuri kwa hiyo packet, kuna point hapo chini ilikuwa tu imechoroka kanyoka, and I was like, kwani pia is this legal? Yeah. So after that, sa unaona nikashika laini, nikaanza every morning nikiamuka, that is my work, kuamka kupikia nyoka uji. And then after that there was a special kind of meal. Ulikuwa ukipika like sijui haikai kama ugali, but for the first time inakaa kama uji, and then the more unaikoroga inakuwa pasty, like inakaa kama mchele but si mchele, unaona. So after that nikaanza kuzoea. I don't know what was happening. I used to feel bad. Nikaanza kuzoea. And then there is kuna time ingine hapo nilienda kuiosha. So time naiosha ikageuka ikaniangalia, and I was like, oh God, kama tu inataka kuniuma, just hold its teeth, shikilia tu nini meno yake, like because I don't want it to maybe to initeme mate ama iniume. But then kuna venye tena ilikuwa inakanga iko calm, and then saa zingine inakaa ni kama iko na hasira. I don't know what was happening. So ikafikanga time ingine nikachelewa kuipikia, and that time that husband alikuwa amekuja. Nilipigiwa makelele, and they were like, if at all this is the very last time that we are cautioning you, the next time this guest like Tugi akichelewa kukula, you'll pay for it. You'll pay for it terribly, because this okay, I think sijui kama alisleep ama nini, alisema this is the only reason as to why you are here, to feed this special person for us. To some extent nikaanza kufikiria ama maybe wanamwabudu ama it is their god. That snake really scared me. So after that nikaanza like nakazana na kuwa timely. Yeah, I ensure that the food is ready on time, the room is clean, I've cleaned it, and at least ime settle because iko peaceful. And at no any other point, by the way, sikuwahi ipata imetoka nje. Ya si mnajua, I hope you've all ever seen the snakes, maybe hizi za huko msitu, unaona like hazitulii, ziko zinashtuka like ikikuona imeingisha kichwa, imejikoil na ikaingisha kichwa, but for that imejikoil vizuri na imeinua kichwa inakaa hivi. So ukiingia tu kwa room, it was really hectic for me. To make the matters worse, hii point sasa ndo itawashtua. Siku ingine I slept in my room, sawa. While I was sleeping, okay, unaona design yenye umelala, sawa, alafu umejifunika shuka ama let's say duvet, sawa. So, nikiwa nimejifunika, I felt something heavy on top of me, okay? That something heavy, I had mixed reactions. Nilikuwa na feel like sijui kama naota ama ni nini. When I tried like and that something heavy ilikuwa na kaubaridi fulani. So nikashtuka, naona iko juu ya duvet. Saa nikashtuka na seo nimelala. Saa na ninasikia ni kama someone was strangling me, okay? I tried to push it back na nguvu. Unaona hiyo force juu umeshtuka, what is happening? When I tried to push it back, like kitu ni mzito, like aiendi ni mzito. Wakati nilitry kuipush back, aiendi haitoki, imelala tu like iko comfortable. And then to some extent I felt like I was dreaming. So I tried to mention the name of Jesus. I shouted the name of Jesus, but it's like kuna kitu imeninyonga. The second time, Jesus, like nikasikia sauti inaanza kutoka. The third time, Jesus. Nikafanya nini? I woke up very quickly. Nikaenda nika switch on the light. After switching on the light, imagine I saw it was it and I was like, kwani imetoka aje? Kumbe, in the process of mentioning the name Jesus, when I shouted, nikasikia watu wanakimbia mbio. That is after switch on the lights. That woman came. She really quarreled at me, like, why are you shouting? Why are you mentioning the name of Jesus here? What is happening? And then I told her, like, I had slept and then in the middle of the night, I felt something on me and I thought that I was dreaming. And when I switched on the light, I saw that Tugi was there. And then she was like, what is wrong with our guest being here? Like, he has the right to monitor every corner of our mansion. And I was like, oh my God, am I really supposed to be sleeping with this thing? Or even it is a human being in form of snake. I really felt bad. Immediately that woman took that snake back to its house. She went to sleep. So, after that, imagine I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep anymore. I went to the corner of that house. I like niliwacha light ikiendelea kuwaka, nikaanza kuomba. I rebuked everything. And after that, I felt at least nilikuwa na peace. So, after that, kwenda kulala, I felt some strange feelings. Nilisikia vibaya. I'm sorry for that. I felt so bad. Nilisikia vibaya to the extent that sikuwa na peace anymore, but I asked God to hold me, like to encourage me no matter what. So after that, the next morning, I cooked for that. I woke up very early. I cooked for the guest. And guess what? When I took the food to the guest, like, it didn't feel normal. So, wakati nilingia tu kwa mlango hivi na chakula, ikaanza kutoa, unaona hiyo sauti? Sauti fulani weird. Inaitwa hissing sound. Like, inataka, sijui kama ilikuwa inataka kunitemea mate ama kunifanyia nini. Ilikuwa na hasira fulani, it wasn't normal at all. And then I told myself, or is it because of the prayers that I made that night? Sasa, after that, it's like that woman knew what was happening. They came together with the hubby. they quarreled at me, wakanipigia kelele sana, and I think it is because of the prayers that I made. Hiyo makelele wakanipigia, and then they told me that is the last time that I am feeding that snake. So that woman took that food, akaipakulia hiyo nini kwa, there is a certain pot. By the way, I forgot to tell you, unaona kwa hiyo mattress yake kuna pot, kitu kama chungu kubwa yenye kuna mattress unatandika ndani, halafu hiyo inaingia ndani, like inajikaa hivi, that is the sleeping time, inajikaa hivi, halafu kichwa inabaki hivi ikilala. Yeah. And the funniest thing that because that was the first time mimi nililisha, that woman akakuja akachukua food, and then they brought another lady. She was alikuwa nakaa like she had the accent of something like a Muslim or something like that. So after that they interchanged me with that lady. Mi nikaenda nikaanza kuchunga watoto, and then that lady took over that work, and in less than 2 weeks that lady quitted the job. I don't know where she went, but for me, nikaanza kuchunga watoto, and I really thank God, because I think it is that prayer that made it really comfortable to the extent like ilikuwa inataka kunitemea mate. So the reason as to why I have decided to tell you these stories, because kuna venye imekuwa ikini haunt na feel vibaya, some nightmares, some ndoto, but lately I've started praying with some fasting, na by the way nimeomba kidogo, nimefunga kiasi. I know I'm not supposed to tell you like nimekuwa nikifunga, but it has really helped me a lot. I've shared this story so that I can encourage someone out there. If you go there na upatiwe kazi kama hiyo, at least involve God, pray, and everything will be in place. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Kindly encourage me with your prayers. Pray with me. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Kindly make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share. Ensure you turn on the notification bell so that whenever I share videos, you'll be among the very first person to get notified. And by the way, the next story, there is a part that I've skipped. There is this part where my anaitwa nani, mzee wa boss wangu, okay, he is my boss, the way he mistreated me, like he wanted to sleep with me by force. I'll be covering that story in our next episode. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And by the way, disclaimer, I didn't share this story so that I can discourage you from going to Saudi Arabia or any other country, but I shared it so that I can encourage you that with God everything is possible, and that if at all you'll be scheduled to do such work, kindly involve God and be prayerful, and everything is going to fall into place. Bye bye for now. Let's meet in our next video.